The static on the baby monitor wasn't unusual. It was an old model, prone to picking up interference from the neighbor's Wi-Fi or the passing sirens on 4th Street. But at 3:14 a.m., the static changed. It smoothed out into a wet, rhythmic sound. Slap, drag, slap, drag. The uninvited guest. Elias sat up in bed, his breath hitching. His wife, Sarah, was deep in a heavy surgical sleep next to him. He reached for the monitor, his thumb hovering over the volume dial. Through the cheap plastic speaker, he heard a soft whistle, a low melodic tune that sounded like a distorted lullaby. Then a voice. It wasn't a voice he recognized. It was thin, like paper tearing. "Not yet, little bird," it whispered. "Wait until the eyes open." Elias was out of bed before his brain could process the fear. He sprinted down the hallway, his bare feet silent on the hardwood. He burst into the nursery, slamming the door against the wall. The room. The nursery was freezing. The window was locked. The crib was tucked in the corner, draped in shadows. The crib, empty. The monitor, sitting on the changing table, still emitting that rhythmic breathing. The closet, ajar by just an inch. Elias lunged for the crib, his heart hammering against his ribs like a trapped bird. His son, Leo, wasn't there. The blankets were folded neatly, too neatly, back into the shape of a person. He spun around to the monitor. The green light was flickering. He realized with a jolt of ice in his veins that the sound wasn't coming from the monitor in the nursery. It was coming through it. The transmitter was in the nursery. The receiver was in his bedroom. The voice whispered again, but this time it didn't come from the speaker. It came from the hallway he had just sprinted down. "He has his father's eyes. I think I'll keep them." The realization. Elias looked down at the monitor in his hand. The video feed cleared for a split second. He saw his own bedroom. He saw Sarah still sleeping, and he saw what was standing over her, holding a bundled white blanket in one gray, elongated hand while it reached for her face with the other. It looked into the camera, the receiver he'd left on his nightstand, and winked. Then the bedroom door in the video feed clicked shut. The same click echoed from the hallway outside the nursery. Elias was locked in, and he wasn't alone in the house. Like for part 2,